There we go. Are we here now? I don't know why, but for some reason, YouTube was not letting me. I have to put some lips on. Was not letting me go live. So, Linda, you're here. Is everybody else gonna find me? So sorry, folks. Oh, where am I here? Okay. I need to move this over here and this over here so I can see. And let's put this on. So oh, this way. Let me turn the chat on. Ah, there we are. Oh, yes. I see Silja. Hello, Carol. Hi. Nick, you're here. Linda's here. Melissa's here. Heather. Sheila. Ah, what a night. We made it. We made it. Okay, and the chat seems to be working okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have to move my camera a little. Hold on. I don't know why. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. I don't know why YouTube was not allowing me to. First of all, I do it in my streaming software to go live, but then I also on YouTube have to click go live, and it wasn't giving me that option. Ay. Yes, I can relax now. Yes. Hi, Julia, Sheila. Catch you live. Darn spell check. Yeah, that spell check is something else, isn't it? Lisa, hello. Oh my goodness. Who else am I missing here to say hello to? Woo woo, hello. Allie, oh, no, wait, is it Marie? Allie's, you know, you're Marie. Do I got that right? Hi, Daphne. Oh my goodness. Now I can breathe a little bit. So, you know, after I scheduled this live, I went, I wonder if that was such a good idea. This is Thanksgiving Eve. So first of all, before I go too far, I just want to wish each of you a very, very happy Thanksgiving and hope you are getting to spend it with family or friends or someone so that you are not alone. Tina, welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us. And you're new here? That's wonderful. Stacy, I just got here. I just actually went live less than 5 minutes ago. It's only been just a few minutes. Yeah, it was waiting on me because I was having trouble connecting. So listen, folks, this would not be a Needlebugg video without some kind of technical difficulty. It's just the way it is. What can I tell you? Yes, so I hope all of you that celebrate Thanksgiving are going to have a very happy Thanksgiving and spend it with family or friends or whoever. We are not celebrating ours until Saturday. My daughter, her husband, and the kids will all go to Adam's parents and spend Thanksgiving with them so that they don't have to eat two giant meals because have a giant meal too, so that they don't have to eat two meals in the same day. We will have ours on Saturday. So our family tradition has kind of been that they spend Thanksgiving with Adam's parents, and then sometime the weekend, usually the weekend after Thanksgiving, then we have our Thanksgiving with them. So for us, it's not till Saturday, but that's okay. It doesn't matter what day you do it. It's just that you do, and that you get to spend the time together and be thankful for what we have. Because I consider myself very lucky, very lucky. Um, Before I get too far, and there's quite a few. Oh, Allie, Marie, you work from home. Yes, yes. You know what? As a nurse, I worked many, many, many Thanksgivings and holidays over the years. And it got that I really enjoyed working those days. Yes, I, maybe didn't have dinner with my family until later, or maybe we had it before I went to work, or we always made some kind of an adjustment to, because of my working the holidays. And it really was very pleasant working them, especially when I worked in long-term care, because a lot of those folks, we were the only people they had. So knowing that you were bringing some joy to them on that holiday, because they didn't always have family that were coming in to see them, was really very, very nice. So yeah, I never minded working on the holiday. It was always, I really kind of enjoyed it. So yeah, but working from home, you get to have a little bit of both, so that's a good thing. Teresa Little Stitcher, yeah, she had a bout of illness over the weekend, so she didn't get to do her live, but I believe she's planning on doing one next week, and then we will decide on the hashtag and all of that stuff for the fancy ladies. So she is doing okay though. And yes, she's had her share of, well, I told her the other day when I talked to her, I said, now that dark cloud over your head seems to go away, needs to go away, because it does not have a silver lining at this point in time, and we need to find it. So I believe at this point though, she's sleeping, and that's what she needs to do. She needs to get some rest and get herself back to feeling good again. Yeah, but she's okay. And her back is coming around. In fact, I sent her some things that I had ordered off of Etsy for her, since I was her stash fairy. So she didn't have to pay a lot of taxes when it got there. I put in a rice pack for her back. I don't know if any of you have ever had rice packs, but they are great instead of heating pads. Really, all you do is take a hand towel, like one of the short little hand fingertip towels or whatever, and so fold it in half and sew two sides together, and then fill it half full with rice, just regular old Uncle Ben's rice. Sew the top shut, and then you put it in the microwave for about 2 minutes, and put that on your back or your neck or whatever it is that's hurting that you need heat for. And honestly, I think they work far, far better than a heating pad. Just my opinion. I've used them for years. I love them. I love them. You do have to be careful, though. First of all, you can't let it in the microwave more than about 2 minutes or you'll burn it. And when you put it on, you have to be careful because you could, if you make it too hot, burn yourself. So, yeah. So I sent her one of those. So hopefully that's helping her back too. Let's see, where am I? Sheila, you finished your cooking for tomorrow? You're going to your daughter's house. Wonderful. Oh, well, then I timed this good, just right. You could put your feet up, sit back, relax. Yay, good for you. Just sitting here listening. Joy, well, hello, Joy. Working on your floss anthology books. Oh, wow. Does she have the pages back again, Joy? The last I knew, she was out of the pages. Yes, Carol, you absolutely got it right. You understand. We did become their family. I remember, I probably told you this. I remember when I retired, a lot of people told me that they didn't know what they were going to do now that I wasn't there, which did my heart good, but yeah, it was time. Let's see. Brenda, hello, and happy Thanksgiving to you also. Linda, you ordered your fancy lady. Veronica by Nora Corbett. I have to look up those because you know what? I'm not a fancy lady girl. I really am not. But wow, there's a lot of people joining that fancy lady stitch along. So that should be fun. That should be absolutely fun. Now, there are a good number of people here. So I do want to say this before I go any further. I just want to give you all a heads up that you may not see videos quite as often as they have been just for a little while. My husband's having some medical issues, some health issues, and we go for some testing on the 5th of December. He has to have an MRI done. And then he will probably be having some surgery. Now, what surgery he has will depend on the MRI results. So it could be something as minor as some walk-in, walk-out laser surgery, or it could be something more extensive with a longer recovery time. So, given all of that, probably just till at least we find out what the MRI results are and what is going to be needed. I mean, we got Thanksgiving in there anyway, and then that next week is his test, and then we should be finding out. Probably I won't be putting up too many videos. If, I might do like a recorded stitch along or something like that, but I can pretty much say there's not going to be a live until after I know what's going on with him. And once I know, then I will take it from there. But I will keep you all kind of in the loop to know, what's happening. I'm not going away. I'm not going away for good. No, I got too much invested in this. I can't go away for good. And I would miss all of you terribly. So no, can't do that. But I will be back, but I just have to get life straightened out and get him straightened out. Yeah, Linda, you're right. This aging stuff is no fun. Anybody that tells you it's golden years, they're lying. Because I haven't figured out what's so darn golden about them yet. Yeah, I have a saying, but I don't know if I want to say it on here. Oh, yeah. Hopefully it's not going to, well, see, here's my problem. Here, this is my problem. My problem is the fact that I am a retired nurse. You all know that. Therefore, my problem is my head goes to the worst case scenario. It's just the way it works. It's, you know, enough to be dangerous, but yet you don't know enough for whatever. So, um, yeah, my head does its thing, and the wheels, they turn, and then they turn, and then they turn some more. And I've come to the conclusion that if I think about and come up with the worst case scenario, anything better than that is a surprise and good. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm trying not to worry too much until I have something to worry about. Um, yeah. So we'll see. But enough about that. I just wanted you all to know that may be the case, that you might not see me around quite as much. They're not golden, they're rust. Well, um, I'll tell you what my phrase is. My phrase is, the only thing golden about your golden years is your pee. Now, I hope that didn't offend anybody. But that's about where it's at. And you're right, Linda, one day at a time. Yes, Sheila, we know too much. We know too much. We know enough to be dangerous. Um, yeah, enough to be dangerous, enough to know all the negative outcomes or the not so positive things that could happen. And but like I said, then when it's not as bad as what you have imagined it to be, it's just a pleasant surprise, and you go, thank God. Oh, Russ, that's good. Oh, Brenda, thank you. And thank you everybody that's putting such nice comments there. Yeah. Brenda, you got your fabric for Magwayan. How do you say that? Magwayan? Magwayan? Oh, that's wonderful. Actually, my fabric was mailed yesterday and hopefully should be here, I think, Saturday. I have my threads ordered from a local shop just because I want to. I mean, I could have ordered them from like 123 Stitch or somewhere else, but I also like to try and support local shops when we can. So I have my threads ordered from Hodgepodge. That's the shop I was at a day retreat not too long ago. So I thought, okay, we'll give her some business. So she's ordering threads and beads for me. So hopefully I will have them in time. And if not, you know what, it's not that big a deal because it's DMC. So a lot of it's DMC except for the specialty threads. And I can always start with what I have here. So that's, I think I'm going to frog my chat. Oh, Nick. Oh. Yeah, Brenda, you're right. It's that not knowing that drives you a little crazy. Yeah, yeah. Well, we kind of know, but yeah. um, we want to just see if things are status quo or if it's gotten worse or whatever. So yeah, I'll let you know as we know. So, but I do appreciate all the kind thoughts. You're going to do 16 count on Veronica, Linda. I ordered I forget what I ordered. I ordered, I think it was 32 count. 32 count, 32 count something from uh, Fabrics by Stephanie. I think. I think. No, I got it from Fabrics by Stephanie. Um, I forget what the color is, and I think it's 32 count because there's always an issue with having the right count so that the beads fit appropriately and you're not squishing them in there. The fabric is two-tone. If Nick, the fabric is two-tone. If you don't make sure it's centered, it'll drive me crazy forever. Yes, and then it's better to restart. You don't want it to make you crazy. No, 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 no. Can't have that. Can't have that. Well, you all know about making things people crazy. You all know because oh, the saga of my 32 count tent stitch adventure. I don't have that to work on today. Actually, I brought out Mr. Frosty to stitch today. But let me fill you in on the tent stitch saga. Let's just say, oh, Jackie, the stitch along is Teresa Little Stitcher started, well, it was from her live about 2 weeks ago. People are doing a fancy lady stitch along. So starts the first of the year and you can stitch any fancy lady. It doesn't have to be Mirabilia. It doesn't have to be a Bella Filipina. It can be any fancy lady. And it's just that we're all going to stitch them together. Brenda, you are so smart. How did you remember what I ordered? Or did you cheat and look it up? Because I didn't remember. Oh, that's too funny. Thank you for reminding me. I knew it was 32 count. I just couldn't remember the color. So hopefully she's going to look okay on that. I'm not a fancy lady girl. Or you can do a fancy lady guy. It's anything that is considered under the fancy category. You can do a guy, a girl, a mermaid. I think you can even do the fairies or just anything of that type stitching. And we're all going to start the January 1st, and there's going to be a hashtag on Instagram that people can post their pictures there. No, Julia, I'm not restarting Autumn Church. I did I think quite enough restarts. Well, I was rolling along pretty well on the 32 count. Was it 32 count? Whatever. The 32 count tent stitch. I was, Silja, we'll sleep well. Sorry you have to go already, but yeah, 11:30 is getting pretty late, and tomorrow's probably a work day for you, right? It's a holiday here in the States, but it's probably a work day for you. So sleep well. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you were here. Thank you. And thank you for the thoughts. I appreciate it very, very much. Love you. Yeah, 32 count 10 stitch was going along very well. Of course, until I made a mistake and couldn't figure out where the error was. And I ended up frogging about somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 stitches. And I ended up stitching it again and making the same mistake. Either that or I didn't figure out where I was correctly and made another mistake that it was totally messed up. And I got frustrated. And I said, nah, that ain't working. So I had a piece of 28 count because I thought, well, maybe it's the 32 count. Oh, the nerve of 10 stitching. Yeah. Yeah. It is nerve-wracking. It just was nerve-wracking. And it was like, I'm having a hard time if I can hang in there on such a big confetti heavy piece as that. So I thought, okay, let's go to 28 count. And I tried the 10 stitching on 28, and 2 strands of floss do not play well for me. They fight each other. They just don't play well. So, okay. So I didn't frog it. I just turned the fabric upside down to another corner and said full cross. So I tried that, 28 count. And I started parking. And it was getting so thick, as did the 10 stitch get so thick that I just was not happy. So we have now gone full circle. I am back to my original start of 22 count, 1/1, full cross. And that's where I'm at. Let me grab it. It's right behind me here. So, okay, here's where I am. So this is back to 28 count, 22 count, 1/1, full cross. So this is, I have gone full circle. I have gone all the way around from 22 to 32 to 28 to back to 22. So, and you know what? I had to listen to my own advice. I had to take my own advice, because what do I always tell you? What do I always tell you? I always tell you, find your happy place. Do what makes you happy. And these other were not making me happy. So I went back. Now, the other thing is, and as you take notice, oh, here we go. I'm not parking. This is my working thread here, hanging here. I'm not parking. I'm color completing. I switched again. I'm working down a column, but feathering over into other columns. Color completing down the column. But I won't do a strict column line. I will just, stitches are close by, I'll complete them as I go down. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm happier. Lucia, you stopped parking. You gave it an honest try for about 5 months. and you're done with it. Thread's always tangled it in the way enough. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're always getting, yeah. It makes me crazy. It just makes me crazy. Absolutely crazy. I can't do it. Um I did, however, I did like the tent stitch on the 32 count, the way it looked. I was very happy with that. I think I just I think I just got too frustrated after I made that mistake, and I couldn't figure out where it was. So in order to fix it, I ended up ripping a ton, and then that got frustrating, and I think I didn't exactly start. I'm wondering if when I went to fill that back in, if I didn't mess up right at that point where I started restitching. And yeah, and the thing with the tent stitching, what messed me up also is I was so used to parking in the lower left hand corner, because that's where I park, is when I do full cross. The face you just pulled is me when parking. Ooh, no, I can't do it. But that messed me up. I always parked in the lower left hand corner because that is the first where I pull my thread up to do the first leg of my stitch. With 10 stitch, because I make the stitch go from lower right to upper left, I had to park in the lower right corner. So when I got to a park thread, my head wanted to say it belonged to this stitch over here, lower right, when actually it belonged to this stitch over here. It belonged on the left and not the right as I normally would have parked it to be. So that was part of the problem too, is I was ending up probably using the wrong colors, or the right colors in the wrong places, or the wrong colors in the right. No, no, can't do it. Can't do it. It just was, it was messing with his head. And we don't mess with this head. This head has, this brain has been stitching this way for, well, you know how many years, a long, 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 long time. So once you want it to do something different, out of the norm, that you have developed all this memory, muscle memories and whatever for, no, it just doesn't work. Yeah, Julia, and even parking just a few colors at a time on that tent stitching, it was, no, it was making me crazy. Yes, Lucia, that's what I'm doing. I'm color completing, and I take a thread as long, I work with whatever's in my needle, I stitch until I run out of the thread in my needle. And then I will go back up to the next color and stitch that until I run out of thread or run out of the symbol. And so far, that's been it's been the most enjoyable for me. In fact, that's I should actually start stitching on Frosty a little bit, because we all know that these are supposed to be stitched with me's, and I just sit here blubbering. Yeah, but so far that's what works for me, and I try not to go too far around. I try to stay within a reasonable area so that I don't get so I can easily figure out where I am and not get too confused. Oh, Lucia, oh, what project are you going to start tomorrow? Hello, Linda. Oh, you're not late. You're not late. We just started. We just started. And Pat, hello. Oh, it's cold in the Netherlands. We actually had a beautiful day today. It actually was in the 50s, which was nice. So that was a pleasant surprise. Last week it was pretty cold, but this week it seems to be a little warmer, which is nice. Oh, you know what, Lucia? I tried to look that up and I couldn't find it. Maybe I was spelling it wrong. Ooh, you were working on parking, but your cat wouldn't leave the threads alone. I know that feeling. I can be, pardon me, I can be sitting in the recliner stitching and have my stand over and my hoop on the stand. And when I was parking and the park threads were hanging down, and my black and white cat, Tuxedo, usually sits on the footrest of my recliner when I'm stitching. And she turns around and kind of sneaks up on my stomach to get to the front and get those threads. No. Another reason to stop barking. Yeah, it's like, oh, we had quite enough of that. No more. No. I say no more, but you know what? I will probably do it anyway at some point in time, because we all know me. We all know me. We all know that I switch all the time. I will go from stitching in columns, straight up and down columns, to stitching diagonally, to stitching cross country. I'm going to put my light down here a little bit so I can see, because I'm actually going to try and stitch. Yeah, to stitching. I don't do extreme cross country. No, that's a no, not going to do that. Never, ever. I should, oh, that's bright. Woohoo. That's very bright. I turned this other light on. Tina, you're trying to get your head around this parking. If you go back to one of my very, very first, oh, that really washes me out, doesn't it? One of my very, very first videos. There's a video on diagonal parking. Now, it's stitching on the diagonal, but it's parking. So you could just watch that and you would at least get the idea of how to park. That may help. The whole bottom line to it is you stitch your color, whatever color it is, and you look through your chart to find the next occurrence of that color. Now, you could stitch like a whole 10 by 10 block and park in the block below. And what method you use is up to you. But when you want to park that thread, you find where that color is going to be used next. And then you park it in the corner that you normally would come up in to do the first leg of your stitch. Like I said, I always come up in the bottom left corner because my first stitch goes bottom left, upper right, bottom right, upper left. Okay, so I always park in the bottom left corner. So check that out. Still using it. And Annie, you bought the Nerge lap stand and found out I couldn't get to the back properly. Then I found your follow-up review, which told me the downside is you can't. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I still have mine. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try, since I have it, I'm going to try and adapt it. Okay? Here's what I'm going to try. I'll let you know if it works. The piece, that hard plastic piece that holds your hoop, I'm going to take that off. And I'm getting one of the, what are they called? It's Kay's Creations. It's the piece that it's the piece for a Kay's Creation stand that holds a Q-snap. Okay, so it's the two pieces together that you can tighten down on a Q-snap. So I'm going to take that piece and try and attach it to my Nerge stand. So if I can place it the way I think I can put it on, I can attach that to the Nerge if I take that plastic piece off. Then I could use a Q-snap with it. And instead of having to go up to get to the back, I could, I think, turn it this way. This way. I think. I'll let you know if that works, but that's what I'm going to try. I have it ordered, so hopefully it will be here soon. Hopefully. Oh, you frogged your chatelaine. I can never say that. Chatelaine. And the linen made it okay, so the frog didn't destroy it. Okay, good. Good. What am I missing here? I feel like I'm missing chat. But I am so sorry, Anne, that I messed you up. I apologize. I'm so sorry for that. We all make mistakes. I found it out too late too. Because not only did I get the one that you sit on, this one. This one. This is the piece I'm going to take off. This. Because see, there's a hole here. And I should be able to attach that Kay's Creations thing on here. And not only did I get this one, I got the other big one. Yeah, with me, it's all or nothing. It's just all or nothing. Yeah, if it works, I will let you know. Yeah, I'll put it in a video if it works. Or I can put it in the community chat or somehow. Yeah, if you have one that takes Q snaps, you might be able to take a lot of people. The Edmonds floor stand. Some people have used the part that holds your Q snap from that. I did see, and I can't remember who it was, or I saw it somewhere, that there was a certain clamp that could be put on the Nerd stand so that it would hold Q snaps. And gosh, I wish I could remember who it was, but it's escaping me. They said they got it at My Bobbin in Russia, that Russian site. But they no longer had them because I was going to try and order that. It had a certain name. I don't even remember what the name of it was, but it was some kind of clamp. So that's why I kind of resorted to the case creation clamp part that holds Q snaps on a case creation lap stand. So I'm gonna try that because I do like the Nerds for certain things. I have a collection of stands now, and I did get rid of a bunch of stands, but I still have a collection. Yes, Anne, you're right. You're right. And you can use it as a lap stand. Or a sit-on stand. I've also used that same stand on a table and stitched from that for my videos on a table. Now, today, I have this new getup. I have my contraption that holds my overhead camera. And to that, let's see if I could show you. Oh, I don't want to take that off because then it'll get funky monkey. Let me switch to my stitching scene. There we go. Oh, there we go. So to that, let's switch this around a little bit. I can take this off and put it back. To that, I now have okay. There we go. There's my pole. Don't look at my mess. Okay, that attaches to the table. And then it goes up, 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 up. And I now have my tablet on here. And then it goes up, 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 up. And then my camera will go on there. And then I have this bar coming out that's holding my hoop. It's wonderful. It's working quite well. So now I'll put you back up here. There we go. Okay, I might have to focus you again. There we go. Okay. Oh, this does this every once in a while. Okay, hold the phone. No, phone. There we go. Properties. It switches sometimes. There we go. Always something technical, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, it works. This is quite nice for stitching, and these clamps are quite wonderful. So, and I, just put my tablet on over here, and I can see my what I'm stitching and follow my chart. Oh, Lucia, I wish. Do you stitch Heaven and Earth designs in hand? If I may be so bold as to ask. I just haven't. And if you do you do a sewing method or do you stick and stab? Curious minds would like to know. I would really love to stitch in hand. I just haven't come up with how to best do that. So you have done a Heaven and Earth. Wow. Wow. I admire people that can do that. Hats off to you. Kudos. Many kudos to you. That's wonderful. I wish because wouldn't it be so much nicer not have to worry about all this extra stuff and just be able to pick it up and go. So, Lucia, tell me more about how you stitch a Heaven and Earth in hand. Sewing, if you can find the hole, sometimes you have to go back, but mostly sewing. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. I'm blown away. Isn't this just wonderful? How so many. Oh, now, could you come to the States and show me how you do that, please? Or maybe I have to come to you to show me how you do that. I'm going to have to do some more practicing with that. Because I would love to be able to. I know. See, my problem. Here's my thing. Heaven and Earth pieces are so large. I can sew in hand if it's a smaller piece, but I haven't found a way to manage the fabric when it's so big. Like if I'm near the edge, like if I can hold it like this and do like this, I'm okay. But if I am in the middle of, you know, say like some pieces take a piece of fabric that's a yard wide. What do I do with all that fabric? How do I hold it? That's more my dilemma than anything. And tension, getting the tension right. But it's like, how do I hold that and get to the middle? It just, I know I've watched Sarah, the stitching mommy, and she rolls hers up. But she doesn't sew. Oh, oh, I'd be welcome to come. Oh, how sweet of you. And we'll tour Europe. Oh, how wonderful would that be? Melissa, you do it hand, you stick and stab. Okay, but what do you guys do with all the fabric? How do you hold your fabric? Now, we talked about this before, just so everybody is on the same page that I am. When I say stitch in hand, I'm meaning no Q-snap, no hoop, just fabric, needle, thread. You hold your needle in your right hand, okay, and roll the fabric on the left and hold the fabric in hand. Okay. So sometimes, all right, let me ask you this. If this is unstitched fabric on the left, that's pretty easy to roll up and hold. So do you stitch from the right hand side to the left hand side, so that when you're rolling it, you're not rolling up stitched fabric? Oh, Annie, you're in the UK. Oh, I have lots of UK friends. Oh, I have lots of friends all over the world, but I have lots of UK friends. Oh, if only I liked to fly. Pagan Stitcher, hello. Allison, hi. You made it. Wonderful. I'm so glad. We got a lot of folks here for Thanksgiving Eve. Clips it with Wonder Clips to hold it. Aw. Yeah, and I could see clipping it somehow to hold it. I'm just wondering with you stitch from right to left for that. Okay. Now that makes sense to me. To stitch from right to left makes sense, because then what you're rolling is unstitched. So then I would also assume that you complete top to bottom as you work right to left. Okay. Makes sense. Well, too bad I started on the wrong side for my autumn church, or I'd try it on that. However, that being said, one could either count or stitch over to the left corner and work that way, which I have been known to do. Now, Mr. Frosty here that I'm working on, I did start him on the left-hand side. Let's see if I can zoom out here a little bit and give you a, and go up a little bit. And go this way a little bit. See, there we go. He's done up here. He's done on the left, on the left, on the left. You can't see it real well. Oh, why don't I do that? There we go. So I could, oh, you are such an enabler, Lucia. Such an enabler. I could try and finish him in hand because I'm over here on the right to be working to the left, to the left. So all of this down here is not done yet. So I could, oh, well, Lucia, I'll tell you what, Lucia, oh my gosh, I can't talk. I'll tell you what, I am practicing stitching in hand on, I am working on By the Bay Needle Arts. I'm working on By the Bay Needle Arts, their Home Sweet Home Stitch Along. And that I am stitching in hand, or I'm trying. I've been practicing on that. So I might be able to move forward on this one. Oh, it takes one to know one. Yes, it does. I try my hardest to enable each and every one of you. I do try. I don't have anything to enable you with though tonight. Because I didn't get anything new other than to try and adapt my nerd stand. But you know what? We all do our best to enable each other. Isn't that what this community is all about? That's why we are here. It's such fun. Yeah, speaking of enabling, well, that Teresa enabled me to do a fancy lady. That's all her fault. But we'll take it. I'll forgive her. There we go. I'll forgive her. Yes, this is a very enabling craft, and wow, it has come such a long way in the years that I have been stitching. I mean, wow. When I first started this, you couldn't find, there just were not charts out there that are like these. You just couldn't find them. Fabric was very limited, very limited. In my area, there really was not much of anything to be had. But I attempted to stitch once I got hooked. And over the years, you could just see more and more. You could just see more and more designers, more and more designs that were getting away from the basic cutesy, I call them cutesy kind of things, you just didn't, you just could not find anything even close to what you find today. You're still a little confused about the lady thing. Is that a brand or something? Fancy Lady is not a brand. It's just the name for what people have given the charts that are of ladies by, say, Mirabilia or Bella Filipina or Nora Corbett has some. I just see Linda put that up. Or even the ones by Lavender and Lace, the Angels by Lavender and Lace. Those could also be considered fancy ladies. Yeah, there's a lot of designers that are doing that type of designing. They're just, it's ladies, or they're even doing, there's mermaids, there's men, there's fairies, and I think they all fall under that. At least for our stitch along, they're all falling under that category of fancy. So it's a lady. Joan Elliott, that's another one. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, there are any of those that are a woman dressed up in a fancy dress. Yes, something with a female figure, or a man that's decked out. Yeah, is it Lavender and Lace does those? There was a Christmas one. There was a woman for, I believe, each season. One was for Christmas, I think there was one for each season. She did a lot of angels. There was an angel for each season. There was the Angel of the Sea. There was the one that Blitz Stitch is doing. I can't remember what it's called. If you watch Brian Blitz Stitch, he's doing one. Yeah, there's all kinds. And you know what? You just stick with whatever is making you happy. I have to look that one up. I tried to find that, Lucia. I couldn't find it. Maybe I was spelling it wrong. I'll look again, because it sounds quite interesting. Aw. Yeah, let's see. So I'm thinking ahead. I already signed up for, I was enabled by some friends of mine. I signed up to go to a stitching retreat in, get this, June of next year. But it sounds like it's going to be a really fun one. So I sent in my deposit and I made my hotel reservations already. I'm so excited. So excited. I'd love to go to one all the time. So that's something to look forward to next year. And hopefully all the issues with my hubby will be resolved by then. They better be. That's all I can say about that. Oh, that sounds nice. Nick, that sounds nice. You got lavender and lace, fully stitched and matted for $3 at a thrift shop. Oh my. Well, thank you for saving her. Ah, Pagan Stitcher, thank you for stopping by. Yes, it's pretty late there in England, so yeah, I'm good. A short visit, that's fine. Absolutely. You have a great night. Sleep well, and hopefully we can catch you next time. Brandy, you just got home. You didn't miss too much. No, we're just enabling. um, Linda, I can cancel my hotel up to 2 days before, and I would forfeit my deposit, but that would be all as far as the actual retreat would be concerned. So I won't pay it totally till closer to the time. But yeah, I'm excited. No, Nick, you had to save her. I'm glad you did. We have to save the stitches when we find them. Absolutely have to save the stitches. So have a good night, Pagan. Thanks for stopping by. Needed a drink. Okay, come wipe these off. Oh, this works just very nice. I might have to do it this way again, but I am going to try and stitch in hand. Not tonight, but I will be trying it. Yeah, check around. I would say check on the different Facebook groups because that's a lot of times where you find them. That's where the one I'm going to was generated from a Facebook group. So, yeah, I'm going to do more of a, not just one stitch here. Thanks, Brandy. He's getting there. I was going to have him finish for this Christmas, but guess what? It didn't happen. Stacy, check out this one. Oh shoot, my phone. I will message you because I think there's still place open. It will be in Easton. So that's not too far from you because it's only an hour from me. And you're not that terribly far from me. It's over in Easton. It will be at the Hampton Inn in Easton. And it's Lynn and it's a Facebook group, Lynn and something. LINANN. If you just start typing that, it should come up. I think there may still be place. When I registered, I contacted her on, it was either Thursday or Friday. There were 15 spots left at that point. Now, I know for sure 4 of them were taken because 3 of my friends and myself account for 4 of those 15. Now, that then left 11, so I don't know how many more takers she got, but it would be worth checking out. Well, let me grab my iPad and I can tell you, because my iPad's right back here. See, this always happens. I'm going back to my other screen. I'm going to end up talking more than stitching. Here we go. Hello. I'll tell you in a sec. Lynn. Oh, there's my mommy. My mommy's birthday was today. If she was alive, she would be 93. But it's been 25 years since she's gone. But today would have been her birthday. Cross Stitch and More by Lynn Ann Events. I can send you I wonder if I can invite you. Let me find you. Stacy. There you are. I'm going to send you an invite. That should get. I just sent you an invite. Oh, did Ghislaine? How did I miss? Ghislaine, are you here? I didn't see you jump in. Let's see. You are, yes, you are. I can now see, I can figure out how I can look at who's actually here. Oh, no, I lost my chat. Yeah, if you just scroll down, and I don't know if I will go to that one because it's going to be a little bit pricey. There is also going to be one at Hershey Hotel at the convention center, but I forget when that one is. That will be a fall getaway in October of next year. And the one you want to look for, Stacy, is Flower Power. That's the one that is in Easton. Flower Power. So it doesn't say anything about that it's full. It doesn't say, there's nothing posted here that it's full yet. So it won't hurt to check it out and at least send her an email and see if there's place yet. And then you could go. And then you could meet up with us because I'll be there with three other people that I normally stitch with at retreats. And oh, Heather, thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you again another time. And Ghislaine is here. Yes, Lucia, it's a retreat is just a gathering of stitchers. I think this one may have classes. Or you can just sit in a stitching room and stitch your heart out for all day. That's normally over the past several years. I have gone to one in Ocean City, Maryland at a shop called Salty Yarns. And that really is just a sit and stitch the whole time. It's really whatever you want to do as if you want to stitch, that's fine. They usually, that same weekend, there was always a craft fair down at the inlet. So if you wanted to go down to the craft fair, you could do that. Or you could just sit in the lobby or one of the stitching rooms and stitch to your heart's content and talk and stitch and whatever you wanted to do. Stacy, yeah. Well, actually, Hershey Hotel is not far from me. It's only about 20 miles, 25 miles. Yeah. So, I mean, it takes me longer to get there. It takes about a half hour to get there just because of traffic. Um, yeah, but I was so lucky to go. When I still worked, I was an assistant director of nursing. I was an assistant director of nursing for about at least 25 years. It might have even been a little bit more. I was at one facility, then I moved to another facility. But every year, there was an organization called PDANA, which was Pennsylvania Director of Nurses Association. And every year they had a convention for 3 days, at the Hershey Hotel, not the convention center. No, the hotel. And I lived close enough that we just drove back and forth every day. We didn't get rooms and stay, but I went to that for many, many years. It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Not only we had meetings all day long, but we got breakfast was part of the package, and we didn't pay for our facilities paid to send us to this. So we got breakfast every morning in the circular dining room, which was a buffet type breakfast. It was delicious. We got lunch every day, which was also quite delicious. And the desserts, oh my. There wasn't much that wasn't chocolate. Now, I didn't have any, but they even make chocolate martinis. But yes, it was, yeah, it's Hershey is a chocolate brand, absolutely. Hershey, yes, Hershey chocolate. It's made right there. Also, Reese's chocolate factories are in Hershey. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, stitch and eat chocolate. And that is one thing. On now, the last couple of years, it got so full that we didn't have tables. We had there were just rows and rows and rows of chairs. But the years that there were tables, all the tables had chocolate on them, everyone, and the candy dishes were always full. Well, hello, Kathy. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here for the first time. Oh, good. Good. I hope you are enjoying yourself. Yeah, we're having a lot of conversation about chocolate these days. Where am I in PA? I am about half hour east of Hershey Park. That's the easiest way to explain it. I'm right outside of Lebanon, Pennsylvania, in just a little itty bitty town. The other way to explain it is I am about halfway between Reading and Harrisburg, and about halfway between Philadelphia and Harrisburg, and about 45 minutes from Lancaster. So that's where I'm at. Are you from Pennsylvania? Oh, deviled eggs. Ah, I'll be right there. I love deviled eggs. Sounds like you're all getting all of you United States people are finishing up your last get-togethers for your dinner tomorrow. So, yeah. No, I have not seen Starlet Stitcher yet, Linda. Oh, Lucia, you live near a chocolate factory in Belgium. Oh. Julia, your mom grew up in Pittsburgh. Aha. Yeah, that's the other side. I'm east side. That's the other side of the state from me. Okay, I email it. Oh, that would be so fun. That would be so fun. And if you get the confirmation that you can go, Stace, make your reservations right away because I think the rooms were filling up. They have be sure to ask when you call for room reservations, be sure to ask tell them that you are with the event, and then you get the special rate for rooms. Starlet, you're here lurking. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. We have such a nice group of people here tonight. That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. You notice I said I was going to stitch, and I'm not stitching at all. Not. But that Lucia, she's convincing me I want to try stitching these in hand. Starlet, it's Tanya. I can never remember your first. You know what? I've got to make myself a list of first names. Well, Stacy, you could always call and make the reservation, because then if it is full, you can still cancel it at no you won't be charged for it to cancel as long as you cancel before a couple days right before the event. You can cancel. So if you want to make reservations, do that. But all that information is in that group. Well, I'm excited too. That would be so awesome to have you there. That would be great. Yeah, that would be fun. And anybody else that's from Pennsylvania or wants to make the trip to Pennsylvania, I kind of think maybe. Tanya, you're trying to get your Christmas presents done. Well, you can do what I've done already in the past. When I didn't have something quite finished, I wrapped it anyway, incomplete, and then put a note in, I owe you this finished. So give it back to me, I'll finish it, and then you can have it. No harm in that. Yeah. Oh, I can't say I didn't stitch. I did stitch 10 stitches. 10, mind you. What fabric am I using for my lady? I am using 32 count Belfast linen from Fabrics by Stephanie. Oh, Lucia. Is that the Italian way and not the Spanish way? Lucia? I am not good with languages. I'm an old Pennsylvania Dutchman here. Shona, you're here lurking too? Oh. Oh, well, this is a very laid back. Very laid back. So please don't be shy. pretty much anything goes. Lucia, I will remember that. I will absolutely. These are the little girls. Oh, they have 3 of 4 done. The last one I'm working on is the third of 3 sisters. Oh, you can do it. We will cheer you on. We will cheer you on. Like the in change, Lucia. Yeah, I got it now. I'll be good. I will be good. Oh yeah. Now what was the color I ordered? Nantucket something or other from Fabrics by Stephanie. So hopefully, I think it will be here Saturday. Elizabeth, hello. Oh, I'm so glad you made it. We stitch while Karen slacks off and doesn't stitch. You know what? It's so hard. It's very hard to stitch and keep up with the chat. And honestly, I do these more about the chatting than the stitching. Seriously. Because I feel like it's more about having relationships with you guys than it is about getting a project done. You know, it's more fun just to sit here and hang out and chat like we were at a retreat. Yeah, that's really more of what it's about. If we could type with our eyeballs. If only. If only. Either that or have one more hand to be able to type but I would need another set of eyes too. See, I have to have an eye go this way to see the chat and an eye go this way to see the stitching. And I don't know if I could put a thing here to keep them separated. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Yeah, I rather I just rather sit here and chat, you know. But I am going to try this stitching in hand thing with this stocking. It's taking you longer, Linda, to prepare your dessert, your dishes. Well, see, we're fortunate because my daughter, Kathy, you're in Westchester. Well, you are not that far. You are not that far from me. Westchester. Look up Myerstown. east of Hershey, north of Lancaster. Well, that would be wonderful. That would be, now that's something to think about, to just have, because Westchester isn't that far. And Stacy, you are in, I don't want to say Westchester, or is it? But that there might be a central place to have a little gathering, weather permitting. Yes, a little stitching meetup somewhere between Westchester and here. Why do I want to say, Stacy, you're in Westchester too? Why do I want to say that? But that doesn't sound right. I get so confused. Just leave it to me to be confused. I'm looking. Downingtown. Well, I knew it was down there somewhere. Downingtown, Westchester, Myerstown. We'll have to work on that. There might be something central to just do a day meetup sometime after the holidays, towards spring. Yeah. Keep that in mind, you ladies, and anyone else that is in our general area. Oh. Wouldn't it be something if this group could come together? I do believe that it would be quite the logistic. Yeah. Yeah, how would you do that? Oh, Kathy and Stacy, you're only 10 minutes apart. Oh my goodness. See what happens on these lives? You find out people are so, you think you're the only one around that stitches, and then you come on something like this, and you find out that there's somebody that lives right around the corner, so to speak, that it would be easy to meet up with. That is wonderful. Wonderful. Linda, Linda, Zoom is okay, except to be on for more than a half an hour, you have to do the paid version. However, I mean, that's something to think about. I don't know if there's people. Yeah. I don't, I know Dizzy Stitcher does a Zoom. I did one at one time. I don't know, might be something to think about starting up again. Carol, do you still go on Zoom? Been there, done. Yes, that's what happens, Linda. If you don't have a paid Zoom account, you get cut off after, I think it's a half an hour. Carol, you don't go in anymore. Yeah, I haven't been, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would maybe think about doing one again if there were enough people that were interested, but it would not be an open 24-hour a day thing like I had done in the past. It would be just select times, certain times. But that's something to give some thought to. You would again under the right circumstances. Yeah, those circumstances were a bit different, but that's okay. That's all right. It's in the past. But like I said, I would think about it again, but maybe run it more like um, Darren Dizzy Stitcher does, where he just sets up certain times to be on. Oh, yay, Stacy! I'm already on coffee chats through your. The daytime is precious. Through my what? Ah, Stacy, that's wonderful. You reserved your hotel. Awesome. Awesome. And I hope you got the special room rate. Yeah, certain times are easier. Yeah, I agree. Certain times are easier to schedule. And that would be that would be the only way I would even consider doing it again. If people are interested in having that, if you let me, either either let me know in the comments or drop me a message in Messenger or Instagram or some way. Then I will give it some thought to see which way to go with that. So that's certainly an option. It wouldn't be something that we would do, that I would even think about doing until after the holidays or after I find out what's going to be going on with my husband, to see what kind of procedure he's going to need, whether it be more extensive surgery or something more simple. So we shall see. But wow, see, that looks like we're getting two people hooked up to stitch together. How wonderful is that? That's terrific. Makes my day. Makes my day. So, so what else do we have to chat about, my dear friends? Looks like we're all just sitting here stitching. Pat, your shoulder is messed up. I'm sorry. Hope it gets better soon. Doing a happy dance. You're going to a retreat. Yay! Now, Kathy, can we twist your arm? Can we twist your arm to get to to come and join the same retreat that we're going to go to? It's in Easton, so Easton is not far from Westchester. And oh, I just had a thought, you two. You could share a room. Cut down the price. It's at the Hampton Hotel in Easton. It's called Flower Power. It's on, what was the name of that group? Oh, my. Let me find it again. Groups, my groups. Cross Stitch and More by Lynn Ann Events. And it's called Flower Power, and it's in Easton. And the dates are June 8th through 11th. And hopefully there's still room. So if you join the group, Cross Stitch and More by Lynn Ann Events. I don't think we're friends on Facebook, or I would send you a. Oh, it's a stay over. It's a get a hotel, book a room and stay. Because Easton's a little bit Easton is about an hour and 15 minutes for me. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to drive back and forth. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the way you find retreats most often, is through different Facebook groups. And then the other one we were talking about is a fall getaway at Hershey Hotel in October. That one's by the same group. So apparently this lady puts on quite a few stitching events. So this is a good group. If also if you're in the New Jersey area, she does some New Jersey stitch events also. So yeah, and actually when you you know what, I don't think you have to be worried about not knowing anybody, because I think just like these groups, people are, it's like, come and sit with us. You know, you're here by yourself, we have a seat here, come and sit with us, come and, you know, join in, and the next thing you know, you're like old friends. Like you've known each other for years. You know, actually Barb and I, Barb was on a live with me a couple weeks ago, and that's actually how we met. I was teaching a class at a needle workshop, and she was in my class, and the next thing you know, you'd think we had known each other for years, and we've been friends ever since, and we'll continue to be that. So you end up making lifelong friends. Some of the other ladies that I'm going to that event with are the same way. I met them at Salty Yarns in New Jersey, and not New Jersey, Maryland, Ocean City, Maryland. And we have been friends ever since. So I was hearing sirens, sorry. Annie, you're absolutely right. A stranger is a friend you haven't met yet. Absolutely. Absolutely. That certainly is the truth. Absolutely the truth. So, well, guys, I'm running out of steam here. Lucia, absolutely. You know what? Do it. You can do it. Go by yourself. Have fun. And then brag up all the good things that they missed by not going with you. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, people, I think we're going to call it a night here. I'm kind of running out of steam, even though I'm not doing dinner tomorrow. Oh, here looks like somebody else has met someone who's close. That's yes. So, as I said in the beginning, and some of you may have missed that, Stacy, don't jab yourself with that needle. Oh my God. I will be on from time to time over the next maybe 2 months. As I said, my husband is having some health issues that we need to get taken care of. He's going for some testing in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And then I will know more. And depending on what surgery he needs to have, his recovery could be a bit of a lengthy one. So I will be around. I'm not going away permanently. I will be back, but they just won't be quite as frequent as what you have seen from me in the past. In fact, that's why you didn't see one last week, because we had some appointments to go to then. And, you can only do what you can only do. So I will be back when I can. You may just get some pre-recorded ones for a little bit. I probably won't be doing any lives until after the new year for sure. So we shall see. But with all of that, yes, I will do that. I will update you guys when I know a little bit more. Probably what you will see is I will put it, if I don't have time to come on and make a video, I will put it on the community page and give you an update. So thank you for all your well wishes. I appreciate them, and I'm sure he will do fine. It's just nerve-wracking not knowing and not knowing what exactly they're going to have to do and what that recovery is going to be. So yeah, it'll be fine. I keep telling myself it will be fine. Stop being a nurse and be a wife. So with that, my friends, those of you in the United States, have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. And if I don't get to see you live before, have a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful New Year. And I will catch up to you. I'm not going to go away totally, just taking a little bit of a back off a little bit until we know more. So with that, my dear friends, what I always say, you know what it is. The only rules in cross stitching are the ones you make for yourself. And never say never, because we all know how that goes. So I will see you next time, my friends. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being here. And I love you all. Bye-bye.